All right, we're broadcasting. Let's boom there. I've got you on both screens. Maybe I've got myself on that screen. That's disconcerting. We are with my second hour class.
Cool.
I should probably tell them because I don't think they're aware. You're only on the speakers of the laptop because if you're on the speakers overhead, it creates a lot of feedback. So they have to know that they've got to be really quiet in order to hear you.
You know, if you muted, oh shoot, we tried this last year. I remember and it didn't work. There's got to be a way to. I've got to figure out how to do that better so that it doesn't.
I know. I thought about figuring it out too, but the good news is, if you're on the speakers of the laptop, that means my class also has to be quiet. So it's like,
gotcha.
It's like a win-win.
Gotcha.
Anyway, so this is second hour. About globalization. I've got this globalization thing. I should have shown my other classes this in the video. Look at that.
Ooh.
Here, Mrs. Banner, would you flip it over here so that the world on yeah, see, so that's tags from all over the world that have made their way to Elkhart, Indiana.
Cool.
We're learning about globalization, but today specifically, we're learning about how it makes the world seem that the world's not, we're not actually physically closer together. New York is still the same distance.
Correct.
It seems like I'm going to poke you in the eye. You ready?
Please don't.
I'm going to. Are you ready?
Go for it.
Yeah!
You totally missed the camera.
Okay, you ready? Good.
You were an inch to the left.
Boom!
There you go.
You've got to flinch to make it seem real. Poke me in the eye. Oh.
There you go.
Yeah.
If I poke the camera though,
all right.
Technically, am I not just poking all of you?
Okay. Anyway, I'm not sure what to. I don't know how real that looked. We'll go back and watch that on YouTube later. So you're in New York.
Yes.
I don't know how much I told them. We just had a video conference first hour.
Yep.
And we know that you're in New York, in Manhattan, in Chelsea, that you were at Google, and we can see behind you the Google building. Tell us, where are you now?
I am at Google. It is still Google.
Wait,
Google actually. Yeah.
Wait, you're at Google, but you were at Google before, and now you're at a different building. So what building are you at now?
I'm at the Chelsea Market building.
And what is that?
It's the building across the street from what used to be the Port Authority, which is the main building in New York for Google currently.
So you're at a different building, but you're still at Google.
Correct.
Want to give us a little tour of your building before we start asking you questions?
Sure, I can try and give you a bit of one. I will say to start off, I was kind of disappointed.
Okay, hold on a second. It's going to be hard. I'm going to see if I can turn this up any louder, and it's going to be tough to hear you. Everybody in this class, so pencils are down, and just listen to Billy. If you want, during the tour we can turn off all the lights, shut the door. Go ahead and do that. Somebody turn off the lights and shut the door, and we're just going to let Billy go and talk to us. I'm going to see if I can turn up the volume.
Okay, let me know if you're good. Good.
I don't know. It says 100, but it looks like there's still room left to.
Can they hear me?
Yeah. Yeah. Go ahead. We can maybe hear you. Go ahead.
All right. I'm gonna flip the camera around though, so it's facing forward. So. Last hour while I was chatting with your class, I mentioned how Google has multiple buildings here in New York. This is Jillian. She's awesome. Google has multiple buildings in New York, including the old Port Authority building, which is the one across the street that you could see in the background. How's it going? That you could see in the background while I was getting the video started and everything. This is the Chelsea Market building. It's, as I mentioned last hour, it's the building that used to be a complex of like 15 buildings that have been combined into one. It used to be Nabisco, which was the National Biscuit Company. This is the area where Oreo was actually invented and originally made and packaged and shipped out. So if anybody else likes Oreos as much as I do, this is where.
We've got like 90% of the hands in the room are up. By the way, if you find any Oreo crumbs on the floor, can I buy one from you?
Sure. I would recommend not eating them because if they're from the original couple batches of Oreos, they might be worth a little bit of money, but they're probably not. They're probably a little stale by now.
Worth
Just
it.
guessing.
Worth it still. Okay, keep going. Sorry to interrupt.
No worries. This tour is probably not going to be quite as exciting as the other one, but this is the second floor though of Chelsea Market. We'll probably hop to the fourth floor if we get a chance and check that out. As a matter of fact, we might do that as soon as we go through here a little bit. Google tries really, really hard to make sure that there are a lot of things available to the people who work here so that people don't burn out and get bored, so they have things they can do. I don't know if you've heard about the slides that they have in the Mountain View office, but there are slides, there are things like that. And even in this office, we've got like this little rock wall here, which takes up a floor. Things like that we can do, that they can do. I have not done the rock wall. I really have no desire to do it because I'm pretty accident prone, so probably not going to do that. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff like that here. In the first hour, I said about how there are game rooms, there's a fitness center, there's there's just a whole bunch of amenities here to make sure that the people who are working here are well taken care of.
Could I interrupt you just a second? I've got to say, this is crazy, and I hope that you're not offended by this. This is going, I know you said it's not as exciting, but this is going so much better, and I wish I would have thought of this before, because we turned off all the lights, and so you can see the smartboard like crystal clear, whereas last hour you could see it, like not crystal clear. Also, when you say that you're accident prone, I don't think that's true, but I know New York City, the population density, that's going to be something we talk about later on in the year. The population density is higher than that of Elkhart. And you ride your bike a lot. Do you want to speak to that at all?
Sure, I can do that. I'm actually going to go over here and take the stairs because that'll be a little better. So, quick note before I even do that, I just want to warn you that I've been playing a lot of Pokemon Go lately, and my phone is actually kind of close to dead because of it, so I apologize for that. But in the meantime, until that happens, until I disappear, I will talk to you about whatever I can. I ride bike in New York because it's considerably cheaper, for one thing, than taking even public transportation. A month pass for public transportation costs
You're cutting out on us. I don't know if that's because you're in the stairwell.
It's because I'm in the stairwell.
Or if it's because of Pokemon Go. Personally,
no,
I'm playing Pokemon Go. How much battery do you have left?
About 15%. It'll last a little while.
Okay, because I want to make sure the students have a chance to ask you some questions. I just wanted to, really, the car thing, I wanted to ask if the bike thing, if you've ever been hit by a car in New York. Okay. So, did you hear my question?
Yeah, did I get hit?
No.
You're cutting out again. I'm blaming Pokemon Go completely. All right. Stop walking and answer the question here. Go ahead.
All right, hang on. Let me pop into a room so that I'm not, because there are people working nearby. So I'll pop into a room for a minute and then I'll start walking again. I have been hit by a car more than once.
I was going to say a car. So how many times are you up to? By the way, sorry, Mom, if this is news to you. Okay.
No, she knows. She even knows about the most recent one. Well, no, maybe not the most recent
one.
What? Well, actually,
do I know about it?
Maybe, I don't know. Last September? No, I don't know. Well, I separated my shoulder because I got hit by a car that was turning.
So how many cars have you been hit by?
Probably up to 10 by now. Yeah. Most of them aren't very bad. I've only had one. Well, I've only had two that were considerably worse. Um, the worst two were this one where I got where I separated my shoulder was not very pleasant, and then shortly after I started biking, a pedestrian went out into the bike lane, and I swerved to avoid them. Turned around just because I was like, I don't know, surprised. I didn't yell at them or anything. I just turned around, looked at them, and when I looked back, a car was turning in front of me, and that one was pretty scary.
Yeah.
The one thing, if you ever move to New York and decide to bike, the thing that you need to know is you really need to pay attention. Like the second that you don't pay attention, that's when you separate your shoulder.
That's when you get hit by car number 7, right?
Yes.
That was
Yes.
7 the one. Hey,
I'm gonna start work. If I cut out because my battery dies or whatever, I'll head back over to my desk and I'll finish it up from over there. It shouldn't take me too long to get over there.
yeah, well that makes a new video though. I like keeping it all together. But
Oh, gotcha.
I don't blame you though, because I mean, I still haven't caught a Pikachu yet, and I've been playing like, I mean, my kids have been playing like tons, and they haven't caught a Pikachu yet. But
Fair enough. No, we're almost to like the last thing that I wanted to kind of show you here, but like this is if you're not noticing or if you're not figuring out between, I mean, your kids in this class won't really be able to tell, but between last hour and this hour, the complex, even here in New York, is pretty big. It's a good deal of space.
that guy just blew by you. Also, you started cutting out again. Hey,
It's because I keep switching between Wi-Fi spots because I'm walking so far. So no, it spans the 4th floor from 8th Avenue all the way to the Hudson River.
so last hour you had said that Google has the 4th. It's the 4th largest building in New York City, not tallest, but 4th largest building in New York City.
Yeah, the
And
building that was the
And it's
building
more
that was
floors
across.
than the Empire State Building, right? That's what you said?
Yeah, the building that was across the street from me when I started filming that like had the Google logo on it. That's the old Port Authority building, and yeah, it's the 4th largest building in New York City, and has more floor space than the Empire State Building.
Very cool.
So including that building, so they have that building, and that building alone is not enough to house all of Google.
Hey, here's the question. Can you play Pokemon Go right now while we're talking and screencast it and see if you can catch the Pokemon inside the Google complex?
No. I don't think I can. But yeah.
Even technology has its limits.
So this is, right now I'm on a sky bridge connecting 2 buildings because, like I said, Google occupies so much space. If you ever come to New York, I highly recommend what you can see down there going over the road is actually the High Line. It's really cool. It's a huge, it used to be an elevated subway line, and it goes from, I want to say, I think 12th Street all the way up to 43rd or something like that, or 45th. But it's now a huge above ground park. But yeah, so I'm just gonna walk down here and.
How much battery are you at?
You there still?
Yeah, I'm here.
Back?
How much battery are
All
you
right.
at?
So
I didn't catch that. We're still here. Are you still there? Not at a Wi-Fi hotspot? Come on, man. Come on. Come on. Come on. Billy. Well, I'm giving Billy. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, that doesn't bode well. Hey, we're I see dead people. There we go. You wanna put there you go. So we're YouTube people. If Billy joins this conversation again, mark my words, we'll start the broadcast a second time, and we'll ask him some questions. If he doesn't, well, then we're done. All right?